I'm gonna play y'all a clip from Cam Newton's most recent interview with Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, where he said some very interesting things that piqued my interest. No, I'm not saying that Cam Newton is a narcissist. I know y'all see my face and think that. I'm gonna break it down.
Me being who I am, I can take anybody and transform them into who I want them to be. A woman cannot do that.
That's not true.
In most cases.
That's not true.
Okay, she's not willing.
No, I'm saying that no man can take a woman and transform her into what he wants her to be. She came in and is willing to allow you to tell her what you want and she'll submit to those. You're not God, and you're not the pot.
So again, I'm not saying that Cam Newton is a narcissist, but that's what a lot of narcissistic people will say, y'all. That's how a lot of narcissistic people think. And if you're new here, I'm actually a clinically diagnosed narcissist myself. A lot of narcissistic people don't go after people that necessarily want them. They like, some narcissistic people like challenges. They like people that challenge them. They like to change people, to mold them into who they want them to be. I first saw this section of the video on TikTok, and the caption said, "I cannot believe Cam said this kind of telling of his baby mother Jasmine Brown's switch up." However, that's how most people with money think. And apparently, his Jasmine Brown, I think she was a relationship coach when she was just a strong, independent woman. And now she's with Cam Newton, had his baby just recently, and it seemed like she switched up to become who he wanted her to be, which is kind of fulfilling his speech from the very beginning in the very first statement. It's like a power dynamic. Sometimes it's just like, oh, this person is not attracted to people like me, so I'm going to go get them, change them up, change their minds, and then I'll achieve some type of victory. Again, I'm not saying that Cam Newton is a narcissist. I know people are like, Lee, you call everybody a narcissist. I'm not saying he's a narcissist. I'm just focused on that one statement and how a narcissistic person thinks. That's how I think. That's how I, as a diagnosed narcissist, that's how I think. Like most narcissistic people, I would say this, don't go after weak-minded people. They like to go after strong-minded people and kind of mold them, or for lack of a better word, break them. Break their mental state. It's like, you're a strong, independent person? Not anymore. I got you. I mean, I'm almost finished with the whole interview, but that point right there caught me up because they went back and forth on about a lot of different things. And Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, like, damn, she was dropping a lot of nuggets in that interview. She was kind of course correcting him on a lot of things and a lot of his different thought processes and things of that nature. Some people think Cam is bitter after the interview because this is one of the captions of one of his next videos. That you're a 41-year-old relationship coach, but you're still single. I don't see that as bitter because this is what they were talking about in the video. He was literally just asking her a question about, like, hey, you're 41 years old, you're beautiful, you're successful. Why is somebody like you single? So I feel like that's what he was talking about right here. Again, I could be misinterpreting it. But you do get a lot of narcissistic people. Like I said, the higher you go up the ladder, the higher you climb the ladder, the more money you make, the more power you achieve, the more you think, the more control you have over people. Like, I can change your mind. Oh, you don't really like me? You're not really interested in me? You don't like my type of person? Challenge accepted. Like with Barney Stinson. Challenge accepted. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all, check out that whole interview on YouTube. Like I said, it's a really good interview. You can see get inside Cam Newton's mindset, which is pretty unique. She also did one with Nick Cannon, where she's talking about Nick Cannon's abandonment issues and things like that, and how he's in Nick Cannon's mind, he thinks that his abandonment issues are like a superpower to him now. Like, oh, I turned into a superpower. She corrected him on that too. Like, you know what I mean? Anyway, shout out to Cam Newton for even sitting down with a clinical psychologist, I think that's what she is, and whatnot, and just chatting with her, talking to her, and just like expressing himself. Because that's a tough thing to do, especially in today's society, sitting down, talking to a therapist, even going to therapy. Like myself, I've been in psychotherapy for the last 7 years dealing with narcissistic personality disorder.